Hey there, true believers. Kisaragi here with something completely different. Well, because my desktop is down for an undisclosed amount of time, I decided to go and find something else to do that add a little bit of a variety to my channel again, instead of just doing one game all the time. So, welcome to the new Project Let's Play. Another suggestion by one of you who wanted me to do a thing toward the end of the other Project Let's Play. So, let's go ahead and begin, shall we? Made by Atlas and licensed by Nintendo. When civilization sunk beneath the 7 seas, deep forests spread across the 5 remaining lands. Only I can't read this quick enough. Well, you can read it yourselves, since I can't read this quickly. Welcome to Let's Play the Etrian Odyssey 2 Heroes of Lagard project. So, yes, you guys wanted me, one of you at least, wanted me to do this. So, here we are. Let's start a new game. The only way to start a new LP. In the northern continent, there lies a grand duchy known as High Lagard. Legends say the central city of Lagard is home to the Yggdrasil gateway to the floating castle. The residents of that metropolis have discovered a labyrinthine dungeon within the legendary tree. High Lagard's Duke is currently researching the labyrinth to find the truth behind the floating castle. The castle and the labyrinth drew adventurers to High Lagard from far and wide. But none among them were able to master the labyrinth and find the truth of the ancient legends. You are among the legions of explorers, eager to penetrate the labyrinth's mysteries. Your quest is to find the floating castle and make your fortune. The city of Lagard awaits. Yay! New city. Yes, we're in a new city. We're not in the old one. All around you, as you step into the city of Lagard, is the bustle and chatter of the square. It seems that the city is full to bursting with explorers. Since you yourself came to make a name as an explorer, you should register at the Explorers Guild. But first, indulge in a bit of curiosity regarding your history. Have you perchance led another guild in some other town? If so, surely you have a password from those days as a memento to your adventures. Now is the time to speak up. If not, of course, pay it no mind and head for the guild. Do we have a password? Yes, we have a password! We fought hard to get that damn password. Let's enter it. Alright. Come on, mouse. Let's do this. I'm probably going to put this in double time because this is very, very boring to be punching in this keyword. So we're going to be putting this in double time when I actually go to to edit this. So you won't have to watch this too long. I just don't want to waste a lot of time. So, no, that's actually not right. It's that. And I missed something somewhere. So, I'll go handle this, and you guys can see it when I'm done. So, one moment, everybody. Okay, I decided not to fast forward typing this code in. That's the code. It's the same one I got in the other game. I held it up for a while there, so I took a screenshot to do that here. So, here we are. And we are, in fact, Guild Azure. We will continue under this guild name. But we will go to the Explorers Guild nonetheless. Oh, did you now? Yes, as a matter of fact, I will be going into this labyrinth. Yes, legendary. You saved. Yeah, let's go with that. It's glorifying me. Yeah, let's go with that. Well, then we'll go ahead and keep Guild Azure. So you can change your name of your guild here. But, yeah. I like my guild name. Do you now? Oh, cool, we get swag. Let's certainly hope that I do. Certainly hope that I do. We get a town medal! We don't get the town crown because I didn't 100% the game. But that would have taken me 300 years, so I opted not to. Town medal's still pretty good, though. I can't pause to show you, but whatever. Anyway, it's best we start our exploration the same way we started our last expedition, by registering adventurers. Now, in this game, because it is different than Etria 1, we will not have any repeat classes. I know, no repeat classes whatsoever. All new stuff. It's going to be great. New content. And what better way to start this process than me? I am here. I'm joining my guild. Now, why is Rain in the front line, I hear you say? Well, Rain was a survivalist in the last game. That's a class that we have here. So is the Lanchknecht. That's an old class. Protector, Dark Hunter, Medic, Alchemist, Troubadour. All those were in the last game, which is true. But we're not going to use anything that we had to do, because anything we had in the last game, rather, because, well, it's not very good in this game. So we're not. But I will be a Ronin, and I would use this first portrait because it is cool. Let's make another new character. We'll go with Sahoni, who will join me in the front lines as a War Magus. Now, Ronin was in the last game, so I don't feel the need to explain what a Ronin is. They're a Lanchknecht, only, like, tougher, I guess. They can hit a one target really hard, but that's about it. The War Magus, however, is basically if a Lanchknecht and a medic hung out together and had a child who then wanted to be a troubadour and started for a little bit, only to be sort of pulled in the middle of his two parents' professions. So they're kind of like a fighter, medic, support character. They're really good in this game, and you want to have one. And Sony will pick this one, because I like that picture more than the other, and I think he does as well. Now, because nobody told me they wanted to be in the game, so I'm just going to have to fill the rest of the party with other people. So let's go ahead and get Scarlet, because I like that name. Now, Scarlet's going to be a Dark Hunter, and I'm going to address the elephant in the room immediately. The Dark Hunter is the bondage class. There's no real subtlety in it at all, actually. They have, we'll see their skills later, but we're going to be a Dark Hunter, and I like that picture, because it's not weird. Well, it's weird, just not that weird. Next, we're going to have Kira. Kira's going to be in this game again, yeah, but she's not going to be a Lanchknecht this time around. She's going to be a Gunner, which is one of the new classes. A Gunner is similar to a Survivalist. They fight in the back line, they use ranged weapons, but Gunners gain binding abilities and elemental damage, while Survivalists gain support, multi-shot, and a pull-on. The Gunner does not. They also gain the ability to heal status ailments by shooting people. Yes, it doesn't make sense, I realize, but we're going to go with it anyway. There we go. And we're going to pick this one because I think it's cute. And then the last character is another one we're going to have to fill, and this will be Trevor, because he's going to be a Hexer. We didn't get to see Hexer in the first game, though they technically were in it. I remember Karen, the one who was with Ren the Samurai. Hexer, that's that class. They do debuffs and other status ailments and stuff. It's a very useful class in this game because of one of their skills in particular, which is the first one we're going to try to get for them. And let's be this one, because Trevor's crazy. Let's also, just while we're here, make some generic farmer characters who are going to be survivalists, because survivalists, they have a unique quality about them. They can harvest from all three types of points. Well, they have the skills to do so. So it's definitely worth using them as your gather people. Gathering is actually very important in this game. Let's just go with that one. Registered, yes. Okay, cool. So, with our guild registered, let's make our formation of Rain, Sahoni, Scarlet, Kira, and Trevor. We're doing 3 in the front line this time around. Yes, it's different and weird. So, let's look at skills, I guess. Actually, no, I said I would look at the town thingy. Let's look at that. The town medal. HP TP 10, all stats +1. It's really, really good. In the beginning of the game, it's really good, and Rain is going to be the one to hold that, because I'm the one who got us to this point. I'm gonna wear the medal. Damn it. Alright, anyway, skills. Now, the Ronin, like I said earlier, they rely on single target damage. They have skills to do, there you go. They have skills that attack all enemies, but they're very complicated to get to. So it's not exactly a great goal to keep in mind. But the Ronin also operate on a weird little system and are bugged as hell. But the way that they use any of their skills is to first put points into their stance attributes, which are overhead, Sagon, and I guess. I don't know how to pronounce that one correctly, so pardon. But overhead is the one you're going to want to use because it's the best. Sagon isn't terrible, and that is gimmicky. That's pretty much it. Now, the other builds that I've seen in the early suggestions suggest rushing one of the Ronin's best skills, which I'll just show you right here, actually, Minereba. This skill is one that you will want because it's their best skill, and we're definitely going to build toward it. But you see the requirements to pick it up: overhead 10, dead law 5. This wouldn't. The overhead 10 wouldn't be a problem if how they did the weapon mastery in the Ronin class worked correctly, because you see there is no katana mastery skill. There's not one in this entire list. So the way that it was supposed to work was the highest level stance skill you had was effectively your katana mastery. So if we put a point in overhead, it would be 1 katana mastery. If we had 5, 2, and 2, we'd have katana mastery 5, because that's the highest level. It worked very well and made a lot of sense. How it actually ended up getting coded was it searches for 2 skills the Ronin doesn't have. So basically, the Ronin will always have 0 katana mastery, which is lame. And it makes these skills just wasted levels, really. Unless you already have a skill inside of that stance set, they're just pointless levels. So rushing to Minereba by pumping 10 into overhead and going into dead law immediately is actually kind of dumb, because you don't get anything out of it. We're going to handle things a bit differently. I will get Minereba, don't worry everybody, I will. But we're going to go there a bit of a different way. The first thing we're going to pick up is this, which I can't pronounce right now because my stutter's being bad. I can feel it in my head. It's a bash attack, so it's a type of attack that we don't have in our party, and it's pretty okay. It's not great, but it's okay. And then we're gonna put 2 points into strength up. 1 to unlock dead law, and 1 to deal some more damage. Now, we're going to be using basically strength up as our katana mastery, just to make sure we can actually hit people. I build a little slower into Minereba, but I have a much more useful Ronin up until I get it, so I think it's a better plan. And, oh, we can do this now. We can just flick back and forth between characters. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. I don't have to leave and go back in. I can just flick. Woo! Alright. Sorry. The War Magus has the War Edge skill, which is his weapon mastery skill, and War Lore, which is the medical knowledge, the heal up skill. So we want to give him 1 level of that to unlock Cure. Now these skills, these cuts, they're very, very cool. The way that the War Magus works, more or less, is it works off of debuffs on the enemy. So if the enemy is blinded, Sahoni can use Blind Slash to bind the head of the enemy hit, Venom Cut to bind the legs, and so on and so on. So he gets cool little effects on that when he has the ability to do this, which is why we have Trevor. See, it all kind of works together like that. We're going to pick up a point of Cure because he is still our healer at core, and he does need to be able to heal. Sahoni doesn't learn Revive or anything, or Revive or Refresh, so that's the downside of the War Magus. But he learns buff skills like War Might, Rock Skin, and Elk Speed. And he can also erase benefits. He's basically a single target troubadour combined with a medic combined with a launch net. It's a very weird class. It's very overpowered on paper, but it's not bad. He can also give his own TP to an ally, which is really useful. But you'd want to have TP on the healer, I hear you say, and you're entirely correct. But this skill, Curse Cut, allows him to heal TP when hitting enemies cursed. So it's not as big a deal anymore to get TP on him. We're also going to pick up a point of War Edge, just so Sony can punch people, well, not punch, but you get the point, to hit people as well, because he is in the front line, and that is his job. Now, Scarlet and the Dark Hunter. The class can go two ways, either whips or swords. Swords deal more status ailments and stuff, which are useful, but you have other sources to do that, so it's not as useful as whip. Now let's just put a point in whip. We got Viper. Yay, we can poison people. And this is the elephant in the room that I called out earlier. The skills Shackles, Cuffs, and Gag. It's the bondage class. I don't know what else to say. Binds are really good in this game, so it's definitely worth having a Dark Hunter. They also gain the skill Ecstasy. I'm not making this up. It's on screen right now. It is. It's right there. If an enemy is bound completely, it's an incredibly strong attack, and the ability Climax. My God. Okay, that has it's an instant kill ability that actually has a very good success rate, so it's worth picking up. Those are the sword skills. They learn various things like that. It's okay. They can call out. Call out enemies to attack particular allies, which is fine, and they can fix binds, which is cool. They can also use Racket to call enemies to us, which is fine. Let's put another point in whips, I suppose, and we'll get a point of Shackles, just because I like the idea of being able to bind people, even though it may not be the best rate right now. The Gunners I've kind of already gone over. They get all their binds, they get damaging abilities, they get elemental stuff, and they get the ability to heal people. They also stop FOEs on the field, which is really useful. But we're not going to be doing that yet. Guns. Let's pick up a Fire Shot, because Fire Shot is immediately helpful in the beginning of the game. And another level of guns, just to get a little bit of extra damage. Now, the Hexer in this game, as well as the last game, uses curses as their weapon mastery, more or less. Except curses is an awful skill that you should not max out. Why am I saying this? Well, it's very simple. Because curses in itself doesn't actually give you any benefits. It doesn't raise the effects of your binds, of your ailments. It doesn't give them a longer duration, it doesn't give them more damage. It merely is as it says. Needed to learn skills. So you're putting points into this to get other skills. That's it. It's wasted points to get new things. It's kind of dumb, but let's get a point of curses. Torn Sapping, Frailty, and Leaden and Blinding. Now Hexers, in addition to dealing status ailments, also debuff, so we can decrease enemy strength, defense, speed, or resistances. Well, we can't dampen yet, but we're working that. We're not going to get dampen either. Dampen's kind of crap. But we're going to take a Frailty, because I like Frailty. It's pretty solid. And we'll put another point into Curse. Now, why are we putting another point into Curse instead of something more useful? I hear you all say. You just said Curses was a shitty skill. I hear you all say further. Well, Curses is a shitty skill, but what is not shitty is Torpor. Torpor is amazing. We need Curses 3 for that. It puts all enemies to sleep. All of the Hexer ailment abilities have a freakish climb in the efficiency of their ailments. It starts out like 10%, but then it ends out at 45 in 5 levels. That's really good. So we want to have Torpor, because Torpor is awesome. We also will be needing the ability to curse people with Corrupt. That works with Sahoni, see? That's why we have a Hexer. All makes sense now, doesn't it? See? Rain knows what he's doing, kind of. Not really. They also have the unique ability to kind of bother enemies who are terrified with either attacking themselves or attacking their allies. So that's pretty interesting, actually, that the Hexer can kind of manipulate fear like that. It's a useful little thing. Yeah, otherwise that's the Hexer. They're okay.